Hello YouTube, this is BUB'S Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. I was at Frankfurt Convention this past weekend and had a great time and picked up some awesome books. So let's get them shown off. This is all things that I picked up at the convention. So we'll start off. I got 2 books off my want list, so I was very happy about that. Start off, we have Swamp Thing #1. This is the first book off my want list. Was looking for this book at a fair price, and really been looking for this book since last year and couldn't find it at what I considered to be a fair price. I remember when this book was about 50 bucks, so it was really hard for me to give the money that people are asking for it now at about 150 for raw copies. I just couldn't give that. This dealer had like 4 of them, so I picked out the lowest condition one and then worked on the price with him until we got it to something that I was happy paying. And there you go. So I picked up Swamp Thing #1. It's a horribly cut one. If you can see, this top is near cut off, where it says first startling issue. Not a bad wrap on it. It's got some creases. Got a nice big color breaking crease along there. But other than that, Bernie Wrightson goodness. This isn't the top book in the run for me. The top book was House of Secrets '92. But this completes it. So I needed House of Secrets '92, Swamp Thing #1, Swamp Thing #7, I believe, which is, or maybe it's 4, the one that has Batman on the cover, and Swamp Thing #9, which is the one that is like purple. I mean, it has him like coming out of the swamp. It's just my favorite Wrightson cover of all of them. So other than House of Secrets '92, of course. So there you go. Next week, and I'm very happy with that. So major key there for me, and off my want list. Next we have Death of Wolverine #1, the Hastings variant. Picked this up out of a dollar bin. Couldn't pass it up for that. Another low dollar haul is really low grade Fantastic Four 56. Says Claw, the murderous master of sound. I think it's the first appearance of Claw, but if not, I'm sure somebody will tell me. But there you go. I just always liked that cover. I always liked that drawing of Claw. I just thought it was always really cool. So I've always liked this cover. So I think it's pretty cool. Next, we have another book off my want list, and here's Wonder Woman 184. Really happy to have this book. And for the price that I paid. Now this book is plentiful. You can find this book out there. It's just hard to get one for under $100 in good condition. This is a 9/8 contender, and it absolutely looks fantastic. This book tends to get graded rough by CGC because it's a faux weathered look, so it's hard to detect rubs and scratches on the book. And sometimes from what I understand, CGC just doesn't take their time to truly try and grade the book. They just look at it and say, it looks kind of rough, give it an 8.5 or a 9, and don't really give it. So if you're looking for a 9.8 of this book, my recommendation is to buy a 9.8 of this book, already slabbed, already graded, because you might find a book like I did that's a 9.8 candidate, and if I send it in, it would not surprise me at all if it came back an 8.5 or maybe a 7.5, because historically, or anecdotally anyway, I'm given to understand that this book does get graded pretty hard by CGC, and a lot of times people will send them in with a note or have to resubmit them and complain and say, you didn't do a good enough job grading this, I request a regrade based on the following, and then you have to explain to them why they didn't grade it, why they made a mistake. So good luck with that. I'll probably keep mine raw. But another book off the want list. So those are my 2 big want list books there. Then we have, out of the dollar bin, we got Jurassic Park #1 of 4. This is the official comics adaptation by Walt Simonson and Gil Kane and George Perez. So pretty cool little book, and I'd like to get all 4, and I'm pretty sure that #4 has a Bernie Wrightson like a C or D cover even, so they did multiple covers for these books. So I'm going to try and collect a few more of those, but I really like this one with the eye poking out, what I believe to be like the opening scene, where they just hit the island and the dinosaurs are trying to escape and all this stuff, and he's like, shoot us! So there you go. Next we have Superheroes Battle Super Gorillas in a DC Giant. Look at this, #1 of 1, by the way. And just love it. That's like a Kryptonian gorilla. So it says Superman, the Flash, Batman, and Robin in life or death action against the mightiest beasts of all. So they're Kryptonian gorillas, which I just think is freaking awesome. So really, I couldn't leave this book behind. It was like a couple bucks. So, and I'd like to put books together and wheel and deal, so I didn't even pay that much for it. So, just loved it. And then since I've been picking up these Scorpion appearances, just as it is. So, Tarantula. I always call him Scorpion. Tarantula. There's another Tarantula appearance. I just think it's cool. And he's, kicking Spidey in the face, and Cap's in there. And really, anytime I see Spidey getting kicked around, that's usually a cover I like. So, there you go. Next, we have Catwoman number 61. I'm working on this Catwoman run. Dollar bin, couldn't help myself. Actually, I think I only paid 50 cents for that. Paid $5 for this next. That's Jim Balent. So, I'm trying to collect all the Jim Balent covers for Catwoman, that Catwoman run. And there's quite a few in that run, but I think Jim Balent covers, there's like 50 or 60 of them, so should be able to do that. Here's Tales of Evil number 1, Atlas Comics. I know a lot of people going crazy with Paramount buying Atlas, the rights to the Atlas Comics and all this stuff. But unfortunately, so this was a book that I wanted from the beginning because it is a great werewolf cover, and I think it might even be a Larry Lieber cover. Drawn cover. So anyway, Stan Lee's brother, I think it is. So in any case, I wanted to have this cover because it was a werewolf cover, and I've never seen it in a dollar bin, but I've seen it online for $2 or $3, and I just never did buy it because you see these Atlas comics all the time in dollar bins. Heck, you can find them in quarter bins, or used to be able to. But now with all this spec news and everything and them getting bought up, all of a sudden this is like a $10 comic. I'm like, really? I don't want to spend that. So anyway, when I found it at the con for $5, I jumped on it and I went ahead and bought it, and he had 3 or 4, and I bought the one in the best condition. So there you have it. Tales of Evil with a great werewolf cover. Next we have Red Sonja, She-Devil with a sword, and there's a sword. That's a great Greg Land cover. I'm a big Greg Land fan, so couldn't pass up on this. Red Sonja number 0, only 25 cents. Of course, I paid 4 times that for this book, so give me a break, right? But I'm not a huge Red Sonja fan. Don't pick up too many of the red-headed superhero covers or any of those redheads usually. But this one, it got my attention. It's Greg Land, so really I can't go wrong on that. And it might be one next time I see Greg Land, I'm having him signed in silver somewhere around here or there, or somewhere in the negative black space. So pretty cool book. I like Dynamite's run on that too. It's a collection I've been steering away from, but I'll probably end up buying. Then I picked up some books that I already had, but like anything else, if I see these books for $1, I usually buy them and continuously upgrade. And at some point, I'll have 9-8 worthy candidates of all these books because I buy them so often. But here's Marvel Comics Presents Weapon X number 84. And sorry for the going backwards, but we also have number 83. I might actually keep that number 84 because I have another number 84 and they're wraparound covers, and I can put them both side by side. So next is number 83. And number 73. There you go, the Weapon X saga there. And next I picked up, there's another book I already had, but it's a much better condition one. And it's some Frank Cho goodness on the New Avengers number 14, drawing Spider-Woman. Maybe my favorite Spider-Woman drawing ever. This one. Just absolutely love it. I think it's great. Frank Cho, the master. Can't wait to get a book by him. I've got coming in the mail any day now. So really happy for that. Looks great. Here's another one, New Avengers 15. So we got 14 and 15. Again, already had this book, but have to buy it every time I see it and keep upgrading, and then I'll either sell or give away the difference on them. Probably have a 600 subscriber contest coming up soon, so when that happens, these will be the types of books that I'll be putting in that prize packet. And last, and not least, it was a decent sized book, is Secret Origins number 1. And this is in one of those slab skins or whatever it's called cases. I call them slab your own cases. I really don't care for these cases very much. They feel cheap and flimsy. They're not that clear to me, and they have Newton rings because of the inner well that they provide with them. And it has a neat little printout. The guy that I buy these from, that I had bought this from, I bought from this dealer before. And he usually has a collection of these that he gets the book, puts them in there, and prints out the thing himself. So, I'm not against it. It's just not my favorite way to present a book. And I think the best thing that they could have done for this is put a self-hanging tab or something like that up there to make it look a little better. But it is nice that they have some of the information, but again, you have to pay extra for that if you get it from the company, and if you make it yourself, you got to deal with that printing out labels and stuff. And it doesn't look that high quality. So anyway, Secret Origins. I also don't like the hinges at the top. So lots of things I don't care about for these cases. But for the price of the book, I basically got the case for free, so I wasn't complaining. Secret Origins #1, Superman, Batman, The Flash Origin Retold, February, March 1973 is what it says. So superheroes and supervillains. So it's pretty cool. I like the book. I do like that you can take it out and read it. So I like that about it. It doesn't sit in there very well. If you shake it up, the book slides all over the place. And I'm never a big fan of the book sliding, even if it's just sliding against Mylar or anything like that. I like the book to be fairly secure. So I don't care for that too much, but anyway, enough about what I don't like about it. I bought it, so obviously I like it. So, and I'll probably take this one to work because it'll be a different type of slab that I'll get to look at, and it's relatively low cost, and I take some things to the office that if something happened to it, I wouldn't be crying, you know. So here you go, Secret Origins #1. So that's it. That's my little haul. From the convention. Hope you all enjoyed that. It wasn't a big convention. It seems every time I go to this convention in Frankfort, Kentucky, it gets smaller and smaller. Less comic vendors and less comic vendors. And this time there were only about 5 comic vendors, and the rest were all like original artists and making beads and 8-bit art and all kinds of stuff, which I like that stuff. But you know, if you're paying to go to a convention, and it's only like $20, but still, if you're paying to get in, you kind of hope to see more comics. And but everyone there was really friendly, and the prices were good, and I usually score at these comics. So until I go there and walk away empty, I'll probably still be a customer. So let's just hope they bring some more comic dealers back next year. That's it, and I hope you all enjoyed that, and we'll catch you next time on BUB'S Comics. When you get done watching this videos and videos like it, read a comic. Thanks. Bye.